Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy and vulture of the Western world. Going to do a quick chilly walk around of the 2017 Ford F-150. And let's start with what may be the most significant thing about this truck relative to all the other 1500 trucks. Here's your EP Autos magnet. Watch this. Uh-oh. It doesn't stick to the truck. Well, the reason it doesn't stick to the truck is because the F truck is made of aluminum. Of all the pickups on the market, 1500 series pickups, it's the only one that has an aluminum body. Ford did that last year to cut the curb weight. Chiefly, they did that because of the ever upticking federal fuel economy standards that are making it very difficult to sell big, heavy trucks. Now, the aluminum body is light, shaved several hundred pounds off the truck, and it does mean that you won't have to deal with a rusted out bed, probably 20 years from now. The downside is that aluminum is much more vulnerable to damage than steel, and when you do damage it, it's more difficult and more expensive to fix. Body shops are having some issues with repairing these trucks. So that's something to keep in mind, pro and con wise, if you're shopping for a truck and considering the F-150. Something else that's unusual about the F truck is that it is the only 1500 series truck whose top dog engine is not a V8. The top dog engine in this truck is a twin turbo 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6. You can still get a V8. The 5 liter V8 is still available in this thing. But it's like a second string quarterback. They keep him around for another year or two maybe, but he's on the way out. And again, that has to do with the fuel economy fatwas that continue to spew forth from the government. The numbers actually are not that impressive. If you look at the fuel economy numbers, the EcoBoost 3.5 only gets about 3 miles per gallon better overall than the 5 liter V8, regardless of which configuration, whether you go with 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. But that matters a lot as far as the overall corporate average fuel economy numbers, and I'm going to explain that some more in my written review, which will be up on the site hopefully by the end of the weekend. There's also another EcoBoost V6, and that is the mid-tier 2.7 liter V6, and that one actually I think makes a stronger case for itself. It actually turns out that it has more horsepower and torque than some of the V8s that are available in some of the rival models out there. For example, the Toyota Tundra's base 4.6 liter V8 doesn't make as much horsepower, doesn't make as much torque, can't pull as much, and it also drinks a lot more gas. So that's a pretty solid package. And again, I'm going to get more into the specs because there are a lot of things going on, and it's difficult to make a video, especially since these videos take forever to upload because of the way the download speeds are. But I wanted to just point out a few things about the truck here on video that really can't be conveyed as well in print. One thing that I kind of want to bitch about, and this is a general bitch, it doesn't apply just to the F truck, it applies across the spectrum to all the 1500 trucks on the market, is that they become almost cartoonishly oversized. Now, I'm a 6'3", 200-pound man, so I'm bigger and taller than most people. And just want to show you something here. I'm going to walk up to the bed. Okay, here's the bed. Here's my hand. Basically, the top of the bed on this thing is nearly up to my nipples, and I'm a 6'3" man. If I were the typical guy, if I'm about 5'9" or 10, I'm going to be down here, and it's nearly at my chin. It's preposterous. It's very difficult to reach in this thing. And look at me. I'm literally on my tiptoes now, trying to reach in here and grab stuff. It's ridiculous, and it's so ridiculous, in fact, that manufacturers have had to resort to, look at the dampened tailgate, lovely, they're all cowboy Cadillacs now, but look at this. So now you got a step ladder, and you got a handrail here, because it's really necessary in order to access the bed. And otherwise, look, you know, I mean, how am I going to get up there? I'm in good shape, I've got no problem, I guess I could leap up in there, but if you're not in good physical condition, how are you going to get up in that bed without a bucket or a stool or some other thing? So that's why they've built this into the tailgate. It's pretty clever, you know, collapses. It's even got 1, 2, you know, so it tells you what to do. You hit that button and then, hang on, bear with me. And then you slide that puppy back in, and then This thing goes back in, and then you go like that. So that's, you know, that's pretty cool. But still, you don't have to have this kind of height for a truck to be useful, in my opinion. It's not about the ground clearance. The ground clearance is not that much relative to the way trucks used to be. It's just that they have gone with these super tall beds, which I really can't make a lot of sense out of. Ford has done a couple of things to make it a little bit less huge feeling. They incorporated this design from the former from the Super Duty 2500 and 3500s, which makes you feel like you're less in a bathtub, and that's all very good. But these things are still really, really big feeling trucks, even if you're a pretty big guy. All right, I'm going to close off this video now. I'm going to get in the thing, and I'm going to do a quick little road test, and I'm going to point out some of the other things about the truck that hopefully you'll find interesting. Anyway, more up at epautos.com, and thanks for viewing, and we'll catch up with you again soon.